Hey everybody, it's Lord Magicus. This is our last round of Merfolk in Modern. We're playing blue-white. We are on the play. Alright, let's go. We need to win this one so we get our ticks back. Or play points at least. So we're up against the Lurrus deck, which usually means Chalice is good, but we only have one land with this hand, so I don't think we can keep it. This hand is fantastic. We're definitely going to keep this. I think Tide Shaper's going to go in the bottom because we want to go Vial into Chalice here. And we're not going to have an opportunity to play this. So we know they're in Lurrus, so probably we want to stick this on 1. This might mean we're up against like Bogles, or it could be like a Shadow deck. They also mulligan to 6, so let's see if they're going to keep 6 or not. I guess let's get our basic island first. And hopefully we just windmill slam Chalice and that's good. So Mishra's Bauble, interesting. Okay, this could still be like Grixis. Well, they know we have a Hallowed Fountain, so let's just play it. I guess it doesn't matter because both of them are Hallowed Fountains. So I think this looks like Shadow to me. Not sure what else it might be. No, it can't be, like, because they wouldn't play fucking Sunken Ruin, so maybe this is like a control deck of some kind. Well, that's pretty good. I feel like if I play this Lord, it's just gonna die. So let's not just play it right now. Fuck it. We'll wait until their turn. Well, I guess, I don't know, it could be protected from the Chalice. So this is like fairies or something? I'm confused. What's going on here? Engineer. Okay, they're gonna blow up the Chalice in 1. I see. Counterspell. I'm not gonna tick this up. This is fine. Well, they're tapped out so that they can't counterspell that. This has to be a control deck. So they're gonna blow up Chalice. Okay, so this makes sense. They have this for EE. They can kill the Svyelun here, I guess. They should do it now before I guess they have to be worried if I have a 2-drop and they try to fatal push this thing, like shit could go really far south for them. But I don't, so what are they doing? Are they just putting Archmage's Charm? Alright. Fuck! Alright, that's not a problem. I could draw a land off of this. Alright. Now they can kill Svyelun if they want. Fatal Push is online. But hopefully I can just resolve this other Svyelun then. So they need 2 mana for this. And then another one. Yeah, so it'll take them 3 mana to kill this thing at least. If they have push. Then they could have another push for the Master. A Foretold card. Okay, so this might be a counterspell. Interesting. So here's a fun thing. I guess I just attack with Svyelun here. They could have a 2-drop to put in front of the Lord like a Snapcaster Mage. So I should be careful about that. Okay. That's very interesting. So I can't really play the Master Waves until they crack the explosives. And I can't play the I can't really play any of these right now. I think I might just cycle this Triome. Well, there is a possibility that I could top deck like Prismatic Ending and I might need it. Because they do have Luris, so I might want to exile it, so I'm actually going to play it. I guess if they like expend all their removal here, then I can just rebuild my board up next turn. They kind of have to, right? Because otherwise like they're in a lot of danger. So they did have Snapcaster Mage, so I guess they're going to Archmage's Charm. Draw 2 cards. Okay, makes sense. Wonder if they don't have the Fatal Push. That'd be really awkward. Okay, well, that was the card they foretold, so they're going to refill their hand pretty hardcore right now. So we're at 5 cards. Ugh, that's not great. I guess I will show them Tide Shaper. So now if they want to kill Svyelun, they have to do it before this resolves. Or at least, like, they, I guess, counterspell this thing. Cryptic Command. Ooh, rough. Okay. I don't really have anything I can do about that. We're getting close. Like, we can, you know, 1 or 2 good draws, like, could definitely put this game within reach. They just really can't afford to let us have a third fish in play, because then this thing becomes indestructible. Our hand is just really awkward. We need like Cavern. Well, speak of the devil. Okay, I'm assuming they're going to tap all of our stuff again. They ticked Vial up to 3. I guess they're going to prepare for Lurrus. I kind of feel like I should be playing Master Waves right now. Even if they crack the explosives to kill off all the tokens in the Chalice, like, they at least can't counter it at the moment, so it gives us a thing. It's also immune to bolts if they're playing them, which I assume they are. They have Mountain. So I want to put them in a position where they have to use this explosives. So if they can put Lurrus in hand if they want. But now in order to kill this thing, they have to kill off at least 2 other fish. Okay. So the question is, how many times can they tap my team down before I kill them? If I draw like another Lord, that might just be over. If they don't have more Cryptics. Nope, they just gave up. They had nothing. Alright, cool. See, look, we managed to get there. The Cavern was the one good draw we needed. Alright. So Prismatic Ending is probably not very good against their deck, all things considered, because they don't really have a whole lot of permanents. However, Force of Negation probably is very good against them. Probably Tideshaper is like only okay. And Dismember seems like it's fine. We could have that. Stony Silence is also fine. So they're relying on like baubles and engineered explosives. I guess Rest in Peace is actually not too bad. Maybe we bring in these. So what do we have to take out here? Like Master Waves is not that good, I think. I think it was okay, but it's really clunky against these kind of decks. Yeah, the Rest in Peace is fine because it will shut down Snapcaster Mage. It means Lurrus isn't recurring anything. I don't know. Is that enough? It's hard to say. I mean, Dismember is also okay too. You can take out another Tideshaper. See, like, this is the part that's like kind of awkward because Tideshaper is actually not too bad against these sort of decks because it's a 1-mana 2/2. But if we're going to set Chalice on 1, I don't want to have too many of these. Like, I could play Stony Silence as well. Like, Stony is also, it's like okay. It does sort of the same thing as Rest in Peace. It shuts, yeah, it would shut down the baubles and the EE. They're not playing anything like Gurmag Angler because of Lurrus, so maybe like Unearth, that could be a thing. It's close. And 24 creatures. You know what? How about this? We'll take out... I could just take out all the Tide Shapers here, actually. Leave Reejerey in. Just say fuck it. We'll just have a bunch of things that are hard to deal with. It does turn off our Aether Vials, but I think that it's probably worth it. Let's go, like, this hand seems okay. We'll keep it. Sure. What are you gonna do? Like, it looks like they could just be holding up Fatal Push here. Which, if they are, then it's not really going to do anything, because I'm just going to cast this Rest in Peace. Yeah, look, see, rest. How the fuck did I know that? Alright. I get the feeling that Counterspell might be a thing. So let's just let's try to turn off more removal first. So if they have Counterspell, they have to counter this first. Okay. But all they're going to have is a 1/1, so... Yes, your 1/1s are fantastic. Good job. They have a card in exile, that's fine. Let's get Svyelun out, and while it's underneath counter magic. Turns out these Rest in Pieces were even better than I thought. Like, this was a thought in the back of my mind, but the fact that we didn't see them the first time made it, like... Actually, I don't want to turn off all the auto yields here. Because if I want to pretend that I have forces in my hand. But, like... Yeah, this is something I thought about. We didn't see them in game 1, but, like, yeah, they just look pretty pathetic here. No, I am not going to block them because you probably have Fatal Push, and I don't want you to be able to kill my Svyelun. So if you have Counterspell, I expect you to counter that. Okay. Cycled Unearth. Fantastic. Your hand is trash. Like, I don't think that blocking these and enabling push is where we want to be right now. Like, they're not getting anywhere because of this thing, so... Cryptic Command, okay. Well, here and now I just block this. Seal of Fire, rough. Which I imagine they'll play Seal and kill the trick. Oh, see, they had the push. I knew it. So what do I want? I want to draw Island this turn so I can play Lord and Master. Alright. Come on, land. Good enough. So I know they still have Seal of Fire in hand. They've exiled a lot of stuff. No, wait, or did they exiled it to this thing? Never mind. So yeah, never. Okay, so they don't have it in hand. They have 2 cards. Alright, now we probably want to start blocking these dummies. They have 3 cards in hand. This Tar Pit might start going into the red zone, though. Fuck! That's bad. Well, the only good news is that if they crack this thing, then at least I can have Svyelun. Which I imagine will probably kill everything right now. Kind of have to play this, because if I don't play this Rest in Peace, like, they've already got 3 out of the 4 things they need, so I need these to stay as 1/1s. Come on, block. No removal. No, they have something. Yeah, okay. If I had a force, I would definitely be forcing this, so. So I think this turn we're ticking Vial up. So we need to put this Svyelun in play. Okay, wait, can I use this? I want to Vial in Reejerey and then cast Svyelun and untap the Aether Vial, right? That way if they try to kill Svyelun, I can just Vial in the other one. And now we're at a point where these tar pits are threatening to end me. I don't have Tide Shapers to deal with them. I need, like, and Dismember is quickly not it's not really an option. So the clock is coming on hard. Every point of life here is going to matter a lot. They just keep having it every turn. Yep, I can't block it, so I'm taking at least 2 damage this turn. Or I mean, yeah, at least 3 damage. I don't have Master Waves here. It's not going to save me, so we tick one up and we don't tick the other one up. Alright, what do we do here? Vial and Silvergill Adept. Draw a card. No, I think I need to cast the Silvergill Adept. Alright. I'm doing this so that I can block all three of these things if they attack with them. Though I'm not sure that it matters. I think I would have to draw something like Lord and then Vial and another Lord. Oh, no attacks! Okay, that's actually interesting. Okay. Alright. So what do they have? Nothing in hand? They're just afraid to attack? Or are they gonna, like, bolt me this turn? I think the bolt's coming. Oh, that will do it. So what do I need now, like Merfolk Trickster? So I can still Vial and Svyelun and block one thing, but I have to, like, deal with at least two more of these things. Alright, Cryptic was a good one there. That is not gonna do it. We're dead. Fuck. That was insane. Like, they just fucking had it that game. Alright. So we know that they actually are playing with, like, Dragon Rage Channelers, so maybe these Prismatic Endings are a little bit better than I thought. Oops. Maybe we'll take some of these in. Maybe I actually need the Tide Shapers. It does seem like Rest in Peace did help. I don't know, the Dismembers might be, like, a little bit too cute. Do I do this? Like, you know, I feel like I probably need this. Alright, we'll do it like this. Just because if I know they have Rage Channelers, then the ending's a little bit better. Alright, come on. If we win this one, we get our money back, so let's go. Like, that game was just fucking insane. Like, they just did it every single turn. It's like, oh, got something. But I mean, I guess with 3 Rage Channelers out, with Surveilling, like, with every spell they cast, like, they have Surveil 3, like, yeah, that makes sense. They're gonna find something every turn, so. I think I'm gonna keep this. So I'm just gonna jam Chalice and hope that's good enough. So they were not gonna have Counterspell on my turn 2. I don't think I've seen them play a discard spell at all, so maybe they're going to. Yep, they just play Rage Channeler. That's okay. So we can go Chalice into Ending. That means Counterspell is not online for them next turn. Alright, all of these are solid choices, but I think the Chalice is the most important thing. I didn't draw any forces last game either. That was kind of brutal. So, all right. So, what do I go after first? Trying to kill this thing. It's not really threatening me too much yet. But it is letting them surveil with everything. Alright, so here's a good question. Do they have Mana Leak? I don't recall seeing them play it. I guess Spell Pierce is... well, no, Spell Pierce isn't an option. It would have to be, like, exactly Mana Leak. I could play the Rest in Peace, or I could just exile it now. I think that I want to Prismatic Ending it. Alright, no Mana Leak. I guess what Force of Negation is an option. Alright, well, they didn't have a counterspell, so that's good. That means they're not going to be like surveilling through their deck for a while. So they didn't put Lurrus in hand. That makes me feel like they have another counterspell. Or they have counterspell. So let's see if maybe we can bait it out with another Chalice. This is also just a good safety move, just in case they have like Cryptic to bounce it or something. They're just going for Snapcaster. All right. All right. Let's see. Do you have something? No. Just another Snapcaster. Okay. All right. So we're playing this game now. Who's the beatdown? They got Lurrus. Fine, I'll do this. You better counterspell this if you have it. Alright. Oops. Alright, so they had a counterspell, which is kind of rough, but it means that they have Lurrus plus Bobble online. They're drawing 2 cards a turn, but we're going to play Svyelun, and hopefully we're going to draw 2 cards a turn. Alright, well, another Chalice on 0 would kind of help here. Or the Dismember, I guess. So now they're drawing... yeah, well, they're still drawing 2 cards a turn, but, like, that's not great. Looks like Cryptic Mana might be up here. Well, that was good. I guess, is there any difference between attacking for 4 versus 5? I could draw something off Svyelun that I might want to play this turn, like another Rest in Peace or something. I don't think the 1 damage is that big a deal. Okay, I don't think they have Cryptic, because they probably would have used it to tap my stuff down. Yeah, I think If I draw like Rest in Peace, I probably want to play that. Or if I draw a Dismember, I probably want to kill off this Lurrus. Okay. They're killing off one Chalice. I wonder if this means they have another command. I already played a land. Okay. Interesting. Why would you do that? Like, do you have another command in hand? Because, like, it feels like you should have did this in your turn to kill this thing. Unless you just have Cryptic and you're going to unload right now. Now, they have another Snapcaster. Okay, of course they do. Fuck. This is not good. This is really bad. They had a counterspell for my Rest in Peace, and they have fucking multiple Kolaghan's commands. Where is my Force of Negation when I need it? I have not drawn one all game. Like, either one of these games. Now I'm dying to, like, this Creeping Tar Pit in 2 turns, and I have no way of beating this. Alright, I can't win with just Svyelun on defense. I have to draw more stuff. Where were you when I needed you? My god. Fuck. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I guess I'm holding up Force? No, I don't think that works. I'm still dead. Fuck. No, I'm actually dead, like, because I need this Svyelun to block. So, like, I have to go to 5 here, and I just screwed up. I have to play Svyelun and then Trickster this thing down. So this is too little, too late. If they if they activate the Tar Pit, I'm fucked. Yeah, like I can't. I actually just die to this. All right. Yeah, we were dead. That was such BS. Like we didn't get like Force in any of those like post board games. I don't know. I mean, they had like a really insane game 2, and then like game 3 again. Like, it was pretty good in their part. So I don't know what to say. Like that was this league. Like, it felt like it was close, but it was just too much. Like, I don't know. Our draws were just kind of like poop at the end. So Master was fine, but we didn't like have him like when we needed him. So it's sort of frustrating. I don't know. Reejerey was also again fine, but like we didn't have this when we really, yeah. This didn't really help us very much either. Maybe these 2 slots need to be something else. I don't know if Force in the main deck was really going to help us that much either. Like a lot of these decks are. Like these kind of cards were pretty useful, but we were having trouble actually resolving them. And the thing is, like, Force is not going to help them resolve, so maybe we just need to play more of them in the sideboard or something. Then you also get to a point where like we flooded very hard in a bunch of games, and yeah, like there's nothing you can really do about that. You just, it particularly frustrates me just because for like pretty much since Modern Horizons 2, like I've been like struggling with this for a lot, and I don't know why it is. It just, like sometimes you just go through like a string of like really bad leagues, and I feel like I've been going through that, and I don't have an answer. Like I think a lot of these cards are just the right cards to be playing, but it's just not working out the way that we need it to, and I can't really tell what the problem is with it. So it's another very frustrating like 2-3 league. But what are you gonna do? You just like we're here to have fun and play and make content for everybody. So if you're enjoying it, I guess that's good enough. But like, I really wish that it was doing better. I think that like Modern, I don't think Modern is in a good place. Like, any time where, like, you're main decking 4 Chalice of the Voids in Modern probably means that cards are going to get banned, because it's getting way too close to stuff like Legacy. Like, when you have, like, a bunch of, like, Glimpse and, like, food decks running around, just, like, or you have to have, like, Chalices, or you just are losing to them, that is not a good sign of format health, usually. So, the playability of Chalice usually directly relates to the likelihood that we're going to see bans in the format, and I think we are. Like, Urza Saga is probably not safe, and I don't know, probably, like, there might be 1 or 2 other cards that are on that list too, but it's rough. Maybe I don't know what we can do to, like, really change this, because I think this is about as close to where we need to be as possible. Like, we need an answer like this. If we don't have an answer like this kind of card, then there's just too many cards that we're losing to. Like, a Dragon Rage Channeler just resolves and we have, like, no answer to it, well, we're dead. Or, like, there's a bunch of decks that are just now jamming, like, Karn in it, and if you don't have an answer for Ensnaring Bridge, well, you're dead. Or, you know, like, if you don't have an answer for, like, Asmo, just, like, making a bunch, and, like, the Oval Chase Daredevil stuff, making a bunch of food and killing off all your creatures, well, you're dead. So, having stuff like this, I think, is really important. But the more kind of cards like this we put in the deck, like, the less threat dense we become. So it's hard for me to want to say, like, yeah, cut Merrow Reejerey and play, like, other stuff, but, and it's also difficult to want to say to, like, try to play Mutavaults or something else in the mana base either, because where it's going to make us way more vulnerable to Blood Moon. And if we want to play Ending in here, we have to have enough white sources, and there were a couple games where you saw, like, we only had, like, you know, a couple blue sources. Like, we were on, like, Island and Chalice, and that was, or I mean, Island and Cavern of Souls, and, like, we wouldn't have been able to play it even if we drew it. So I don't really want to go much lower than this as far as, like, white sources go, but that also means that you don't get the benefit of stuff like Mutavault or even, like, Glassbowl Mimic. Like, maybe, yeah, I don't know, like, it's rough. I'd have to look at this more, but it's just a tough league, that's all it is. We'll have to just try again and see, you know, how things shape up. So yeah, that's the thing. Never give up. Just keep trying different stuff until you find something that works. And I think that this is close to something that works. And we've seen, like, you know, some of these decks have actually done really well with this card. So I'm convinced that this is definitely the right way to go with it. It just feels like it needs a little bit something more in order to push through it. Like, I don't know, maybe the Master Waves doesn't belong in the main deck, or maybe we have to have Force, or maybe we have to, like, lose Reejerey or something. Who knows? We'll have to look at it more. But so, alright, well, that's all I've got for this week. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you again later. Take it easy.